Thursday morning, November the 21st, 8 a.m. Rise and shine, rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. It's a beautiful start. Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning. Two very big stories we're tracking. First off, the temperatures are getting chilly. Simply put, it's going down. How chilly will get in your neighborhood, and warm turkey? Cold turkey? What's your favorite meal? Yeah, we'll discuss our Thanksgiving outlook in just a couple of minutes. But before we get into all the depths of it, let's just look outside and see where we're at this morning. You can definitely feel the difference. 59 in Orlando, 55 degrees in Leesburg, 54 in Ocala. It's a little chillier. As a matter of fact, when we compare temperatures this morning to temperatures yesterday morning, there's the difference. 10 to 15 degrees cooler. So, yes, you absolutely can feel the difference. And if you like that, my friends, we're going to keep this going. As a matter of fact, let's just put this into perspective, okay? The afternoon high today, 68 degrees. It will be the coolest afternoon Central Florida has seen since February 19th. Or if you want me to be very technical, February 19th. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. Our cool stretch begins. Hope you're ready for it. Here's a look at our 12-hour forecast. Gorgeous this morning, right? We know that. It's going to be gorgeous this afternoon. 64:11 a.m. We are working to 68 degrees for a high temperature today. That'll be a little bit of a shock to the system for some. And then you add in that breeze, 10, 15, 20 mile per hour breeze. That's good stuff. Yeah, so well below average today. I think that's kind of the takeaway here. 68 in Orlando. Average high is 77. 66 our high temperature in the Villages. 68 degrees Daytona Beach. And lower 70s back to Melbourne, Palm Bay, Grant, Valkyria. Gary says perfect flying weather. I will be on the ground. Unless I can figure out a way to weasel my way into Chopper 2 today. Which I can't confirm nor deny that I would. I would try, but anyway. So it is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You want to play some golf today? Retired, maybe going to play a little hooky. Just know that there is a medium weather impact because of that breeze, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour. So that's going to play in. But listen, muggy meter, forget about it. These are the dew points, direct measurement of moisture. All you need to know is the air is dry. That is pleasant air for today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. It is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Then we look at morning low temperatures, okay? What a difference, right? Wednesday morning, 70. Thursday morning, 58. Friday morning, what? So 47, is that right? So if these are our high temperatures today, right? Let's look at where we're going. This morning's gorgeous. But let's talk about tonight's temperatures for a minute. What? Yeah, 47 in the morning to wake up in the metro. So we're just starting a cool stretch. This afternoon is kind of like the first dip. Tomorrow morning, when I dip, you dip, we dip. 47 in Orlando, 46 in Sanford, 41. If you're a Dave fan like I am, you got to love that. 41 in Ocala. Had a couple of friends asking about frost. For tomorrow morning, there's going to be too much wind. The temperatures are going to be a little warm. I mean, if you live like in a super protected spot, it's possible. North of town, I do not suspect it though. Okay. So yeah, Mary's asking about frost. Upper 40s, mid to upper 40s with this kind of wind. I do not suspect there to be frost. So that's tomorrow morning. Let's talk about Friday afternoon. Okay. Just gonna pop this in. So if today's the upper 60s, tomorrow's the mid 60s. We dipping. Let's dip, Erica says. Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Glad you got that. And then Saturday morning is going to be the cooler of the mornings, okay? Here's where it gets the chilliest. 43 in Orlando. And this is where we could start to talk about a little frost north of town because the winds will be significantly lower on Saturday morning. It'll be a little breezy, but Ocala at 39 means probably going to be seeing some frost in spots. Citra, Anthony, Reddick, I'm talking to you, my friends, okay? So 39 in Ocala, 43 could see some frost around the villages even in the cooler like drainage spots atmospherically, right? The metro probably not going to see much in the maybe some roof frost or something. That would be about it. But yeah, it's going to be chilly. Are you ready for something? Are you ready for this? It's so nice. So nice. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now, in Orlando, last time that we've had 30s was January. We don't have any of that in sight, right? But just to give you perspective, even the chill that we're looking at here, it's been a really long time. So let's put this together and just take a look, all right? 7-day forecast showing an absolutely stunning stretch of weather. Just gorgeous. 60s, mid 60s for highs Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we're back to the lower 70s, but who the heck cares? It's gorgeous. Love that. Then into next week, those temperatures start to climb. Even the mornings, though, are still beautiful. They're not like frigid, but they're still beautiful. All right. Time for some chili and some rice. Evelyn says, yeah, I may end up doing some chili. Not sure. Yeah. Okay. So that was a look at the 7-day forecast. I'll pop it up one more time for you to just check because, of course, Diane says that 7-day forecast is a sight to behold. Agreed. Now, a lot of people are starting to talk about Thanksgiving. It's not quite in the 7-day forecast, but got you. Let's talk about it. For right now, that 7-day forecast goes through Travel Wednesday. It looks like highs for Central Florida on Thanksgiving will be in the 70s, morning lows in the 50s. However, we're watching this potential for a cold front around Black Friday. How long have we on Coffee Talk been discussing almost this exact scenario? A month? We've been watching the kind of teleconnections and trends, and there has been that indication for a cold front in the vicinity in that time frame. So to that point, let's just hope for it, right? And we can of course dial into it on the long range teleconnection. We'll look at that shortly, right? Okay. So that's kind of where we're at. We've got some nice chilly air moving our direction. You want to talk about Ocala though? Like let's just take a minute. Ocala, not going to get into records, and these are non-official records for Ocala, but I went digging. These are the records. If they were official or not, different story. So we're not getting into records, but we've got some nice chilly air ahead, which means, yeah, maybe make some chili. All right. All right. So that's a quick look. Questions, comments, concerns, and then we can start looking at some model data, start looking at the BSR for some teleconnections, all of that fun stuff. Right? All right. Let's dial up. What's the matter, Stella? Thank you, Frankie. Appreciate that. All right, so there's the cold front, dootin' dootin' doo doo, moving on through. High pressure building in. GFS hour 120 wanting to bubble something up around Jamaica. Nothing big, but a little something along the front. Next, there's another cold front. Black Friday sneaking through. You see that? So what does the GFS say for temperatures. All right, so there's the GFS raw model data. It's really so the GFS isn't really showing a significant drop until like December 2nd. If we go back one model run to from the 6Z to the 0Z. Oh, wrong button. Hold on. Got too many dang windows open here. 0Z. Okay. So the 0Z was showing a nice drop on Black Friday. If we go back 2 model runs, decent drop on Black Friday. 3 model runs, it was more that Saturday the 30th. Current run is kind of backing it off to the 2nd. So maybe there's not like a significant element there of Black Friday frontage, but a trend we'll have to watch. That's fine. We'll watch that trend. All right. Anyway, back to the model data. All right. So high pressure. Another front coming through December 2nd. High pressure. Another CAG. Another low. The GFS is like, we'll throw another CAG at the Yucatan. December 7th. Got it. Okay. All right, very good. All right, so I see fronts. I see fronts. Cool. All right, BSR then. Let's get an idea of what the teleconnection, the long-range teleconnection is showing. Perfect. All right. Decent front there. That's the 9th. Hold on. November 9th. So that's like the 26th. So that's Tuesday of next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, it's showing a front. Ish. That's a better frontal signature. And that, of course, is going to be... That's Black Friday. So a better front... That's not really... There's a decent front there. December 2nd, which that's what the models are kind of tossing back and forth. An interesting little Gulf low, maybe a severe weather setup here. That's like December 5th, 6th, 7th. I know we talked about this yesterday, but that could be a severe weather setup December 5th, 6th, 7th. Kind of a crummy little pattern there, December 5th, 6th, 7th, honestly. You're fine, Stella. She's over just whining. All right. Do that. We'll go super. We'll pop up the GFS and just kind of run the GFS through the teleconnection lens. That's December 11th-ish. Some decent little storms. Ooh, what are you? 14th, 15th, 16th. December 14th, 15th, 16th. Active little pattern there. That's like the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. That's so that's like Christmas Eve into Christmas. So it looks like indications are right now that we would probably have a front coming through right before, like Christmas Eve front is kind of what this is hinting at. All right. So yeah, kind of some Fujiwara, right? Yeah, so maybe a bit of a Christmas Eve front. I know we're going way, way, way out, but using the teleconnections, it at least gives us a clue as to the pattern. So here we are, days before Thanksgiving, watching the first cool fronts. It looks like December may be a little active, right? It looks like the beginning of December's wanting to be a little active, and then maybe a cold front like Christmas Eve. Could be. Jennifer says so. Cooler temps for Christmas Eve. Could be that it's cooler temps for Christmas Day. I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at, my friends. Questions, comments, concerns. Mary says this year went by so fast. Parts of it went by super fast. Parts of it were terrible, slow, or just terrible. Certainly, we'll have to reflect on the good and the bad of it all, right? Oh boy, Pat, too funny. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything at all? How we doing, friends? We good? We ready for Thanksgiving? I can't believe it's already Thanksgiving. My kids are off of school next week. I'm going to have to find fun things to do with them. I'm off of work next week. That's going to be fun. Do you see any days in the 80s? Not on the 7-day. However, if we were to look at the GFS, it has a couple of days in the 80s here or there. Yeah. Bomb cyclone update, Gary. That's the West Coast. Those storm systems are not impacting us, at least not directly. So you're saying we're going to wake up to snow on Christmas morning. I don't know that I'm saying that. Also, Frank, I just saw when I was looking at my phone just now, I saw your text message. Did not see that yesterday. So, yeah. Frank's text messages. So if Eric would just give me a reply, and then my brother says, cool. So definitely missed those texts yesterday. So I have to go look and see what I just missed. But I did see everybody making fun of me. Okay. Now, what do I make for dinner tonight? I'm going to try and do a soup in the crock pot or a chili in the crock pot. I don't know, but as soon as I finish coffee talk, I have to throw something together. That way it's just done. I don't want to deal with that later. Gina, we're coming to Daytona December 7th through the 14th. Vacation. Sounds like storms. A few showers or storms is not going to ruin a vacation, though. So come on down, have a great time. Love it. Sheila, I'm a moderator of a 1.1 million hurricane page. I've been sharing your lives. Well, thank you, Sheila. Appreciate it. Hopefully, we don't have any more hurricanes, for goodness sake. Ooh, a taco soup sounds good. Victoria, good morning to you. Making shepherd's pie tonight and chili this weekend. That sounds great. I love hearing about your soups and chili. You know what's funny? When I was younger, I hated soups. Now, quite literally, I love soup. Soups and stews. As the Taylor Swift fans would say, I've entered into the soup era, right? But I just feel like it's kind of become my thing. Like I love soups. I haven't made Pebbles tomato bisque in a while. I'm not going to do that tonight. That takes time and effort. I need something that's kind of throw in the crock pot and let it just simmer. Efren's asking, has it ever snowed in Florida? Absolutely. It has snowed all the way down to South Florida. Crazy as that may sound. Diane says, soups are comfort food. I get it. The older I get, the more I feel that. Um, you know, and this time of year, this is my life. I love soups. I have to look at that taco soup. I have to go find a Zuppa Toscana. Ooh, love it. Loving soup as I've gotten older. Yeah. Ashley's asking, do the boys eat soup? My kids won't eat it. Eric is good at it. Eric, he's 6.5. He's starting to get. I knew what you meant, Julie. Good old Olive Garden. I love the fact that Eric is getting into an age where he'll eat. I had to get, okay, y'all know that I make, maybe you don't. I don't. It's fine if you don't. I make espresso every morning. Espresso with like French vanilla. That's what I'm drinking. I had to buy a bigger coffee maker because Eric needs it. It actually calms him down, which is crazy, but that's a whole other conversation. But so Eric's drinking coffee now, like not weak coffee. Boy's drinking espresso with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of milk. So he eats soup. He loves soup. Alexander, chicken nuggets. We haven't gotten him there yet, but we'll get him there. You know, I'll have to look it up, Leslie. I personally I love zuppa toscana. It's great. I would like to try the chicken and gnocchi. Literally, that's what I. If I had the time, I probably would have tried to make that. But perhaps today's perhaps going to go down as an easy, maybe a chili in the crock pot. If I can't find a fairly easy recipe with stuff I have in the pantry, today may be a chili day. But that crock pot, crap, that crock pot is dirty. It's sitting in the dishwasher. Son of a. Okay, I'll pull it out. I'm gonna hand scrape the snot out of it and then use it. Okay, well that's what I'm gonna do after coffee talk. There we are. Our 6-year-old loves mochas, coffee with hot chocolate. Look, I my morning is the espresso with French vanilla, and then my afternoon is everybody at work makes fun of me because they're like, "Oh, so it's a chocolate milk." It's not a chocolate milk. It's just coffee with a little mocha in it. It's a chocolate milk. Oh well. I have a copycat zuppa toscano recipe. So good. I mean, the real soup is delicious. I remember during COVID, my biggest victory was during COVID when everybody was sharing their recipes. Olive Garden shared their Alfredo recipe. I don't know if it's exact, but let me tell you something. It's pretty darn exact, and I have it, and it's great. Jamie says, "Get the crock pot liners." I used to use the crock pot liners. I don't know why I stopped because they are life. I literally hate scrubbing the crock pot afterward, but I need to go get the crock pot liners. Christy, OMG, can you share the Alfredo recipe, please? It's so easy. It's literally the easiest thing you've ever seen. Of course, if I can find the darn thing. Recipes. Chicken and dumpling. I've got so many. Pebbles chicken Vesuvio, Pebbles vinaigrette. All right. 3 ounces butter, 1 tablespoon garlic, 2 tablespoons all purpose flour, 1.5 cups milk, 1.5 cups heavy cream, half a cup Parmesan cheese, half a cup Romano cheese, grated both of them, and then salt and pepper to taste. It's so easy. That's all. Yeah, I need to go get. Cindy says ADHD kids are calmer with caffeine. There it is. So, yeah. No liners, too much leaking of plastic. Listen, anything's better than the scrubbing that I have to do. I have the Instant Pot. Love it. I like coming home and the smell is just there. It's like, oh my God. If you have the old Outback Walkabout soup recipe, share that one too. I don't, but I would love that one. Ooh, Christy also clutches the 50-50 gnocchi soup zuppa toscana mixed. That I've never had, but now my mind is kind of wandering. I don't know if you meant to, Christy, but you just threw me in a tailspin. Brian says I've made your Alfredo recipe a couple of times. It's great. It is great and easy. It's not my recipe, but sure, I'll take the credit for it. But no, it's so easy, so good. You have to really work the whisking, but oh my God. Debbie says we have an hashtag ECT recipe for all here. There you go. I should make my own Alfredo. The jars. So Cindy's right. Like the jar sauces, I'd say 90% of them are garbage. Alfredo sauces, I'd say 100% of the jarred sauces are garbage. And when I learned, again, this is what Olive Garden said their recipe is, right? But like when I learned how easy it was, it's like, why would I ever buy a jar to taste like garbage when the sauce is really easy? Alfredo sauce is super easy. I just gave you the recipe. See, I don't even like Rouse. It's not that great. All right, so literally, oh yeah, so Alfredo sauce, saute the butter and garlic in a saucepan, medium heat, cook for a minute, stirring occasionally, add the remaining ingredients to saucepan, stir occasionally until the sauce begins simmering, remove from heat, and then serve. That's it. It's just super easy. So easy. Sonia says the smells coming from the crock pot fill the house and make it feel comfy. That's it. That's it. Yep. That's it. I love my Instapot, but agree. on the long cook aromas. Doing a what? Ooh, O'Brien. It's Rayo. Excuse me. I Rayo is among the best of jar, but I still think homemade sauces are just so much better. And they're not difficult. I mean, I say they're not difficult. If you get a recipe, like it took me years to get to a point where I feel like I liked oh my gosh. So I'm just going through like old graphics and I found some of these recipes that we had shared years ago. How funny. Do y'all remember doing this years ago? When did we do this? 2022, it looks like. So a couple of years ago, we shared all these different recipes. How funny is this? Oh my God. Jenny's shortbread. Look at you. I'm just popping these up. If anybody's interested, they could always go back and grab them. There's my grandmother's matzo ball soup recipe. I shared that one. Heck, I just made that last week and thawed some of it out and had it for dinner this week. Oh, Beth, I need to try this one. I meant to look at it back in the day. Smoky mac and cheese. I'll have to try that one. So, and I love sausage stuff. I've got one more. Why not? Like I just found these. Like pop them back up. You can go back and grab screen grabs if you want. Diane, where are these recipes? They're in my weather computer. Just found them. But also go and grab screen grabs. I just popped them up. Grab a screen grab. Try it. My grandmother's matzo ball soup recipe, chef's kiss. We should do something like that again. How fun was that, y'all? Do you remember doing that 2 years ago? For those of you that were around, for those of you newbies, we did a recipe exchange. Screenshotting the matzo ball soup one. Add the Alfredo sauce. All right. I'll pop up the Alfredo sauce on screen. It's not going to be as these are my notes. Oh my God, I've got Bob Jordan's pasta sauce. Oh my God, how funny. Pomodoro. You know what? I also have, y'all remember steak and ale? I found this somewhere. I've not made it yet. Steak and ale had macaroni salad that was so good. There's your steak and ale. This is the notes that I have for the steak and ale macaroni salad. I still have to try that, but there are the notes. What were we talking about? Oh, the Alfredo sauce. Let me find the Alfredo. There you go. There's the Alfredo sauce. There's my notes. So feel free to screen grab that. This is my little my little notepad of recipes. Yeah, so there you go. That's the Alfredo sauce. Steak and ale. I need to try that I need to try that recipe for the steak and ale macaroni salad. Out of everything at steak and ale, the macaroni salad was what stuck out in my mind. Isn't that crazy? Too blurry? Ugh. Is that better? That's the best I got. That should be good. If not, I can post a screenshot. I could post a screenshot. I would love the things that I'm looking for. If anybody, okay, French onion soup, Matt. I've never made a French onion soup, and that's on my list of things I want. Um, and there's there's a it, there's a place in Palm Beach County called CR Chicks. Think Boston Market, but like mom and pop and just mind-numbingly good. They have they call it the smoky pasta. It's like a chipotle, like a tomato cream sauce, but it's got a smoky. I need to figure out that also. I will never stop trying to come up with recipes. What I like to do is steal other people's recipes and toy around with it until I've figured out the way I like it, and then it becomes my recipe. Although the one that I never tweaked the ingredients for, and I never will tweak the ingredients for, is my grandmother's matzo ball soup. I will say I do prepare it differently. I chop it all up in a food processor now, and yeah. Mm. Kara, yeah. CR Chicks, Mike, smoky with chicken. Yeah, that's the one. The smoky pasta, smoky with chicken. Oh my God. If I could figure out that recipe. And it's got to be so easy too. Anyway, all right, I digress. I need to go figure out what the heck I'm going to cook for dinner. Hi, y'all. Be the sunshine in someone else's day, okay? Thank you all so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Look at us talking recipes. I love it. All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much. And if you figure out these recipes, smoky pasta from CR Chicks, a good French fry. I like the idea of sharing recipes. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I will start as soon as instead of doing something. All right. What I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna post my grandmother's matzo ball soup recipe. Okay. Let's make that a thread. Post some cool recipes for the holidays. Does that sound good? I like it. Let's start a thread of some anything. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving themed. Soups, mac and cheeses. I'm a sauce guy, so like pasta sauces and spaghetti sauces and salad dressings. Smoky pasta from CR Chicks next time I'm in Palm Beach. Do it, Kara, and get me the recipe. All right, cool. Ooh, yeah, a stew recipe. All of this. All of this. All right, as soon as I'm off, instead of doing a coffee talk in 60 seconds, like I have been doing recently, I'm going to post, literally, I'm going to post this graphic. And I'm just going to start it. All right, let's go to town. All right, guys, be